The lights of the forum burn like molten gold, pouring down upon a ring that feels less like canvas and more like a stage built for reckoning. The air vibrates, half electricity, half anticipation, as two nations, two styles, and two visions of the fight game collide under one roof. On one side stands Willie Monroe Jr., born from the fighting soil of Rochester, New York, the kind of slick southpaw who moves like a man trying to paint brushstrokes on the air itself. 5 years younger, sharper in angles, faster in steps, he enters this night knowing the world doubts him, but he wears that doubt like fuel. On the other side is a force of nature, Gennady Golovkin, Triple G, the undefeated, unshaken, unbent middleweight champion of the world. A man with a smile polite enough for Sunday mornings, but fists built for demolition. Kazakhstan's pride, boxing's equalizer, the puncher who doesn't simply hit opponents, he folds them. The introductions echo across the arena, Monroe's calm stare, Golovkin's quiet nod, before referee Jack Reese gives the only instructions that matter. Protect yourself at all times, fight hard, fight clean. And then the bell rings, slicing the tension like a blade. Round 1 begins, with Monroe trying to decipher the puzzle in front of him. He dips low, shifts angles, flicks out the jab, hoping to disrupt the rhythm of a man who rarely loses any. But Golovkin is patient, stalking with the careful steps of a hunter who already knows where the prey is headed. A long right jab slices through the air, followed by a short, snapping right hand that lands flush. Monroe feels it. Everyone feels it, even those seated 20 rows back. The sound is thick, the impact heavy, and the message unmistakable. This is not a fight where one mistake is forgiven. This is Golovkin's world, and the first round is merely the door swinging open. Round 2 begins like a fuse being lit. Golovkin, having measured, calculated, and dissected Monroe's rhythm in the opening frame, now starts tightening the screws. Monroe tries to fire combinations, quick, skimming punches meant to score and escape, but Gennady walks through them as though brushing aside falling leaves. The pressure mounts. The crowd roars. Golovkin zeroes in with that signature precision, first to the body, with a thudding left hook, then upstairs with a piston-like right. Monroe circles, pivots, dips, but the ring suddenly feels smaller, the ropes closer, the air thinner. Then it happens. A short right hand inside, compact, efficient, cruel, lands like a hammer through fragile glass. Monroe crumples into the corner, the crowd erupting as Reese counts. Willie rises, gathers his balance, nods that he's fine, but Golovkin knows better. A predator senses weakness, and Triple G wastes no seconds reclaiming the hunt. He traps Monroe again, same corner, same pressure, same dark inevitability, and unloads. One clean shot to the cheekbone sends Monroe down for the second time. The arena becomes a furnace of noise. Monroe stands once more, legs rubbery but heart unwilling to bow. And then, amazingly, he fires back. For a flicker of time, Monroe gathers himself and lands his best punches of the fight. A sharp left upstairs, another body shot, a crisp right hook that makes Golovkin reset. The crowd gasps at Monroe's defiance, but even courage has limits when it collides with inevitability. Gennady ends the round stalking, smothering, cutting off angles like he's sealing every exit in a maze with no escape. 2 knockdowns in 2 minutes. Golovkin's face unreadable, Monroe's breathing heavy. The night feels like it's already leaning toward a violent conclusion, but Monroe has begun to show sparks that refuse to die out. Round 3 becomes a chess match drenched in danger. Monroe, hurt but not broken, begins to understand that running only leads him back into Golovkin's arms. So he stands more, counters more, fights more. He digs into the body. Sharp shots that echo faintly beneath the thunder of the crowd. He finds success with left uppercuts, slipping inside Golovkin's jab and firing upward, landing clean. The punches don't freeze Gennady, but they make him acknowledge the man in front of him. They force him to reset his feet and blink through impact. Monroe's confidence swells. He begins touching Golovkin with punches he couldn't land in earlier rounds. Quick flurries, snappy hooks, straight lefts, threading through small openings. The rhythm changes. The crowd senses it. Even Golovkin's corner grows louder, urging more activity, reminding him that respect must be taken back, not assumed. But Golovkin remains calm. He watches. He adapts. He presses. Every step forward is strategic. Every punch a probe or punishment. And when Monroe stays too long in the pocket, Gennady makes him pay with ripping body shots. Shots that land like sacks of sand slamming against ribs. The round ends with exchanges that feel like heart versus inevitability. Monroe firing defiantly, Golovkin walking through with cold precision. And yet, when the bell rings, Monroe returns to his corner with something new, momentum. A round some believe he won, a round that shows he is not only here to survive, he is here to fight, to push back, to earn respect in the furnace of combat. Still, beneath the surface of Monroe's resurgence lies Golovkin's quiet calculation. Triple G has felt Monroe's best. He has tasted the speed, measured the angles, absorbed the fire. And he knows now, Monroe cannot hurt him enough to stop the eventual march forward. Round 4 is where the fight transforms from survival to war. Monroe emerges from his stool reborn, firing combinations with sharp intent. His fists carve through the air in flurries. 1-2, hook, body shot, pivot out, return fire. It's his best round so far, the kind that forces even Golovkin's stoic face to tighten with focus. Monroe snaps Gennady's head back with clean lefts and crisp rights. Sweat arcs off Golovkin's skull in slow-motion bursts beneath the arena lights. The crowd roars with disbelief. Monroe, the underdog, is not only landing, he is outworking the reigning knockout king. Golovkin responds with a grin, nodding, motioning in that signature dare. Come on, more. It's not mockery, it's a fighter's acknowledgement, a sign that Monroe has earned his way into deeper waters. But while Monroe's offense is rising, so too is the cost. Every time he stands to trade, Golovkin greets him with crushing body shots, rib-rattling hooks that steal oxygen, sap strength, test endurance. Round 6 begins with an eerie quiet, not from the crowd, they're roaring, but from the fighters themselves. Monroe's face shows swelling, fatigue, the weight of 5 rounds lived inside a vice. Golovkin looks almost fresh, expression unchanged, breathing steady, eyes locked onto a target he has softened, cornered, studied. Within seconds, he attacks. A thunderous right hand lands like an axe, splitting wood. Monroe's legs buckle. The crowd gasps. Golovkin steps forward and fires again, a hook that crashes against Monroe's jaw. Monroe stumbles backward, body swaying on instinct alone. And then the third shot lands, clean, final, devastating. Monroe collapses to the canvas, the third knockdown of the fight. The referee begins the count, his voice cutting through the chaos. Monroe tries to rise. His legs betray him. He blinks, trying to locate balance, courage fighting with physical collapse. He stands at 9, shaking, eyes clouded, but heart unwilling to lie. Reese looks into his soul and asks the question every fighter hates. Do you want to continue? And in that moment, Monroe's body answers before his heart can protest. I'm done, he says. The words fall heavy, honest, human. The fight ends at 45 seconds of the 6th round. Gennady Golovkin, the reigning and defending middleweight king, raises his gloves to a crowd that roars in thunderous approval. Monroe is embraced, by his corner, by the fans, by the respect he earned through courage alone. And Golovkin? He leaves the ring as he entered it, a force of nature, untouched by defeat, still carving his legend, one fallen challenger at a time. The night belongs to Triple G, but the heart shown by Willie Monroe Jr. lingers long after the final bell, a testament to the spirit that makes fights like this unforgettable.